device that's about that crude that is used for it is called the scratch plow. So what the scratch plow consisted of was structure through here that had enough strength that it could resist breaking when you're pulling it through the ground. You've got a metal plow point. That's what survives in the archaeological record. Everything else is organic, that's gone. But what we have is a plow point here, that's metal. Those have survived, and you could see them in any number of the museums that are here, as well as a few restaurants that I can think of. Then you've got a horizontal mechanism here that is going to attach to your draft animal. And then back here is the operator position, right? Back here is the operator position. And so I'm going to lean into some of your experience, whether it happens to be with fabric sewing, whether it happens to be with woodworking or metalworking, or working with fiberglass. Reading the owner's manual about how to use the tool is a big difference between that and actually having proficiency. Right, Tommy? You pull a router out of the box and you go, well, all I do is, and there's a feel and a touch that you have that, will either produce junk or good, kindling, or you're going to get nice looking furniture out of it. And I would argue the same is true of this instrument I'm talking about. There's a technique that is required here, and let me help you understand how it works. So, if you're back here as the operator, you are a very busy person on this simple tool. First of all, you have a draft animal that you need to control. Speed, rate of speed, direction, those are things that you need to manage because you can't expect the draft animal to simply know what you want them to do. You need to be very careful back here, both about the amount of pressure you put into this and the balance. This is like a one-legged stool, right? And the first time you operate it, you are just going to be, doing this. The skilled operator is someone who knows just how much pressure to put on that. Too much pressure, you catch it too deep, or it gets too deeply in the soil, and now you run the risk of breaking the structure here. If you don't put enough pressure on, you're skipping over the soil and it's not doing anything that you need it to do, right? So there's that you have to concentrate on. And then because you're engaging rocks and roots and other things, it's not like this glides through like it's on silicone tracks. This is bouncing around, and you're having to make sure that it doesn't the animal doesn't continue and you go like that and pull yourself over. You have the picture, right? If you're going to operate a scratch plow, you have to be thinking about what you're doing, or you're going to damage yourself, or damage the tool, or do the work inefficiently. So when a young man comes to Jesus in an era where everybody knew what I just told you, which may come on you with fresh ears, but everybody knew this, he said to the young man, I don't think you know what you're getting into. I sense in you an enthusiasm with lack of long-range commitment. And Jesus says to him, no one who puts the hand to the plow and looks back, distracted, is fit for service in the kingdom of God. Either you're all in or you're not in at all, just like when you operate the scratch plow. And the applications for that metaphor are powerful, I think, for kingdom work, for those of us whom the Lord has called into kingdom work or service and leadership in other ways. But the scratch plow is a piece of technology that if we understand, we get how that metaphor is being used. No one who puts hand to plow and looks back, distracted, fit for the kingdom of God. Too many things can go wrong. Too many things can go terribly wrong, including damaging the plow. So lack of attention to this enterprise is akin to lack of attention in kingdom service.